Okay, so I'm about to do a dose of Lernex Pro for the skin flukes that I've got in the pond. I've been doing a few treatments up till now, Fluke Sol, Fluke M, but to be honest I think the shower filter is breaking these medications down before that I had a chance to do anything, because I've dosed Fluke M and Fluke Sol for a month and it's made no difference to the flukes that are in the pond. Done one dose of Lernex Pro last Friday, re-scraped yesterday, and I've got no flukes or I can see anywhere. Done about 9 scrapes on 3 fish, nothing. It's been 5 days since the last Lernex Pro dose, so I'm going to go in and do another one just to make sure there's no stragglers or any flukes left from the first treatment. And it's not so easy measuring out a dosage of Lernex Pro due to it being measured on volume and not weight. But you can work a weight measurement out for it, but it doesn't transfer as mils into grams. If you do that, you'll end up with an underdose. So the way that I worked it out was to take 10 scoops, weighed out on a scale, and that gave me 175 grams for 150 mil. Gives us 17.5 grams per 15 mil scoop average. So for my pond of 11,500 litres, that works out at 575 mil or 38.33 scoops, which then, if I round that up to 40 scoops for 12,000 litres, gives 600 mil or 700 grams for a 600 mil dose. That gives me about a 4% overdose, which allows for a little bit of trickling for the replacement water that my drum filter will take out over that time. The other good thing about Lernex Pro is that I found by mixing it in a bucket with a stream pump, it completely dissolves. Put it in the pond, turn the pumps off, within 5 to 10 minutes the pond is completely clear, it's fully dissolved in the pond. I don't have to bother bypassing the drum, and it works absolutely fine with shower filters. So I'm going to weigh this out now, and then I'll show you where I'm mixing it in with a stream pump in a bucket. So there's 500 grams of the 700 grams I need for a full dose, plus a 4% overdose to allow for the water the drum will take out over the next couple of days. I'll add that to a jug and then measure out another 200 grams. And there's the other 200 grams to make up the 700 gram dose that makes a 600 ml treatment. So here I have an ordinary 25 litre black bucket, and in there I have this is a stream type, but an aquarium style power head. This has got a propeller stream attachment on it, so that it actually shifts quite a bit of water around. Point that down towards the bottom of the bucket so that it pushes all the powder into suspension. Start that up. That's actually shifting quite a bit of water around in that bucket now. And just add the powder to that. Rinse that out in the pond. I'll come back to that in about 10-15 minutes, and that should be all nicely mixed with all the grains and pieces completely put into solution. And that means that it mixes well in the pond when it goes in and just completely dissolves. You don't get any bits sinking to the bottom of the pond. Yeah, that's been mixing for about 15-20 minutes now. It's completely dissolved into that solution. I'm going to add that to the pond in a minute. I want to give that 15-20 minutes in the pond to mix and completely dissolve, so I'm just going to go and turn the pumps off in the pond. Shower filter off. And oil off. Just need to turn this pump off. That just lifts out on the magnet that's holding it in place. Make sure we tip any water that's left in there. Make sure there's no powder trapped in anywhere. All the water's come out of that. Drop that in the bucket. This is ready to add to the pond. Just tipping this in where the turn is. As you can see, that's a real thin, milky liquid. Very little, if any, residue left in the bucket. Give that a swill out. Just let that run in the pond now for the next 20 minutes. Let it all disperse into the water and then turn the pump back on. So that's the water after about 5-10 minutes. No need to turn the drum off. Just the UV to remain off. And turn the trickle in off, and I'll just top that up manually if it gets below the level that the drum will operate at. So just need to turn the filters back on again. Pumps back on. And the shower. To be honest, the first treatment of Lernex pretty much nailed it. I was getting with the Fluke Solve and the Fluke M about 2 to 3 skin flukes per scrape on every single scrape, and I've done about 20 or 30 over the space of about 5 weeks. I put the first dose of Lernex Pro in 4 days later, 3 fish scraped, 3 scrapes per fish, didn't find a single fluke. So I've done this second dose just to make sure. So if you've got a big shower filter, I'd definitely recommend using Lernex Pro, or even if you've got a drum filter, no need to bypass it. Drum filter's got nothing to take out there, it's completely dissolved.